Today I'm going to be styling my daughter's Alana's 4C hair in mini braids as a protective style.
Welcome to Hairstyle Camp. Hi, I'm Angel from Houston, Texas, a mom of four and a retired hairstylist for over 20 years. For this style, you're going to need a detangling brush, a hair comb, hair oil or butter, leave-in conditioner or moisturizer, and hair jam or hair wax. Now let's get into the style. To do this style, you're going to start on freshly washed hair to make sure there's no buildup of product left onto the hair. While the hair is still wet, spray in your leave-in conditioner or your moisturizer. Be sure to coat every strand of hair with the leave-in conditioner or moisturizer to ensure maximum hydration. I'm going to detangle her hair using a detangling brush starting from the ends and working my way up to the roots to ensure less breakage. The detangling process can be very tedious, but it is very important. Not only will it ensure less breakage, but also that the styling process will be as painless as possible for your little one. My favorite brush to use is the Unbrush by FHI. The flexible bristles on this brush glides through coily hair. Now that her hair is fully detangled, I'm going to blow dry it using the Rev Air reverse blow dryer. My daughter also loves this blow dryer because it's gentle on her and there's little to no heat, so she stays comfortable during this process. Now I'm starting with the parting of the hair for the braids in the front. I'm going to part her hair ear to ear starting at the front of the ear. Now for the first braid, part out a small section. Then go over the part with just a little gem or wax. Then go over the part again to make sure the line is crisp. Then smooth that gem or wax throughout the section. Now the gem or the wax on the part isn't necessary, but it does help the parts look crispier. When you're gripping the braid, you want to make sure you have control but that you're not squeezing too tight. If she flinches or pulls away, that's probably your sign to loosen up a bit. I'm going to leave about an inch of hair loose at the end of each braid. And that's what we're going to use to create finger coils at the end to give it that beautiful curly boho finish. Now this style can take about 2.5 hours to complete, so be sure to keep your little one entertained. Be sure to have some snacks on hand, their iPad and their charger, and you could put on a fun movie to keep the both of you entertained. I'm also doing the braids smaller because the smaller the braids are, the less frizz you'll have over time, which can make the braids last a little bit longer. I love doing small braids like this because I can still moisturize her hair and scalp while the braids are in. I'm also able to still wash her hair while it's still in these braids, which is a huge benefit because the less we're taking the hair down, combing and brushing it, the less breakage we're causing. So being able to keep her hair in a style like this and still being able to wash her scalp is the best of both worlds. Okay, now we're moving to the back and this part should be a little bit easier. I'm going to section the hair into rows starting from the bottom and working my way up to the top. The first row should be about an inch thick and we're going to part that row into 4 sections. And you do not need to braid the hair tight to make the hair neat. The neatness is going to come from the parting and the consistency and the size. So as you're parting, you want to part the sections into a brick layer so the braids aren't laying directly on top of one another. As I'm parting the hair from bottom to top in those horizontal rows from ear to ear, as you can see, the parts are naturally going to form into an oval shape. You want to try to keep that consistency and follow that shape as a guide as you work your way from the bottom to the top. And that should help you keep things neat and organized. So we're finally on our last stretch of braids, but don't rush this part. You want to continue to keep the braids neat and consistent in size. So if you need to take a break, go ahead and do that so you can come back with fresh eyes and fresh hands. So here I'm already styling her baby hairs because I was so excited about how the style was already turning out. I could leave her ends loose like this because it is cute the way it is, but I am going to do the finger cords because leaving her ends loose like this will make it more vulnerable to breakage. To do her finger cords, I'm going to spray it with some type of leave-in conditioner or moisturizer. And then I'm going to take a fine tooth comb and detangle it as much as I possibly can to get it as smooth as I can for the coil. And as I'm coiling her ends, I'm going to use some type of butter or oil to seal all that moisture in.